Okay, this is going to be my last statement that I make about this because it's more about the very desperate use of racism. And this might go off on a bunch of tangents because it's getting out of hand now. These celebrities, these celebrities who get to the places they get to, they don't get there by giving a fuck about black people, these black celebrities, they don't get there by giving a fuck about black people. You'll often hear them say things like, well, business is business. The numbers are the numbers. Check the numbers. Blah, 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 blah. Now, if anyone knows that the Grammys are a pay-for-play kind of thing, it's Jay-Z. So, I can't remember the last time Jay-Z's dropped a song that made me lose my shit. But, here he goes. He's up on the stage. He's receiving an award. An award no one had to give him. And he proceeds to basically, bash every single artist that's ever been nominated for a Grammy, by saying, some of y'all don't even belong up here, despite obviously buying 3 Meg Thee Stallion Grammys, a year prior. I personally don't think Meg Thee Stallion deserves a Grammy for fucking anything, but, clearly... But clearly, all the sympathy and the whatever and, cross-cultural, protect black women, shooting incidents, blah, 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 blah. There was enough sympathy and enough, obedience on Meg's part for Jay to go pay for those Grammys. Because Jay, stop, come on. We know that the Grammys get paid for. So he gets up there, he goes, oh, this is the most awarded artist of all time, but she has no album of the year award. All I heard was, so God damn it, we spent all this money buying all these awards, and we didn't get an album of the year award? Nigga. Do you know how many artists there are making music? Let's in a perfect world, let's pretend that the Grammy Awards are truly a meritocracy and the Grammy board can't be bought with fruit plates and, gadgets and tickets and things like that. And let's assume that in a perfect world, the Grammy Awards are a meritocracy. There are lots of artists who don't have the money to campaign for themselves to get a Grammy, but surely deserve Grammys. Okay? So, I don't know if Jay was trying to bully the Grammy boards into, giving them the album of the year award, but that's certainly not going to work. And then, when Beyonce releases this PR statement about the thing, she cites, how I felt after leaving the CMAs made me want to basically made me want to get them back. So you kind of in a whole bunch of words said, if I can make that statement succinct, that you are doing this out of spite and not out of any desire or even care for country music. And, post 2014, society, politically correct society, in post 2014 politically correct society, white institutions or just white people in general are terrified of being called a racist or have it be insinuated that they are racist. And that PR statement basically insinuated that you think the Country Music Awards are racist, which is like how do you think you're gonna like accuse people of being racist and then try to force yourself into their space? You know, it's kind of it's like, yeah, like Jay-Z and Beyonce are pretty much bullying. Yeah, you're bullying country music because it is its own like little ecosystem. You're bullying them with these like buzzwords like racism and whatever and what fucking else into giving you an Album of the Year award. That's really lame. It's really lame, you know? I would think that at this point, an artist of that stature, if you want to make a fucking country album, make a country, just do it. Just do it. Why do we have to talk about racism? I would really, really suggest that everyone on the team, the PR, everyone, just stop talking. Just stop talking and just release the album. If it's good, it's good. If it's not good, it's not because you're black. It's because it's bad. It's just because it's bad. Don't make it a racial thing, and don't make and you know, like, that's not even the definition of racism. You use the word is being used improperly. This shit is fucking pitiful. And furthermore, it's like not fair to just keep exhausting black audiences with these like, you know, like stop trying to rile us up. This is what they all do when they don't get their way, despite, you know, all of the other amazing things that they've been able to acquire and achieve due to whatever, you know, talent, relationships, whatever. Just you just look ungrateful, you look greedy, you look like you're just not here for music. It just looks like a stunt, but a really badly orchestrated one. This is the same exact thing that we just witnessed with Diddy and Diageo. Now, I don't know when Diddy thought that he was a luxury item or a luxury person. And let's just talk about like Reposado. So I have this thing that I say was about Jamaican food and soul food. You know, there's no such thing as okay Jamaican food. There's no such thing as okay soul food. It's either like amazing soul food or like amazing Jamaican food, or it's trash. It's bad. There's never any in between. Reposado is kind of the same. You know, it's the same. So here you have a Diddy, and god damn it, this is like the dumbest shit. It's like, this is so stupid. Like, you gotta know your opponent before you start striking, you know? Diddy wants to accuse Diageo of being racist because, well, really because just out of sheer jealousy of them acquiring George Clooney's Casamigos for $1 billion. In what world? Like really, in what world does Diddy think he is at all comparable to an Oscar-winning actor, how do you compare your ghetto-ass self, your ghetto-ass self, this ghetto man who, and if I recall correctly, I remember when Ciroc first came out, the big thing was the Coco Loso, and it was being, using rappers and just urban lifestyle to promote it and all that stuff. How do you compare that to and it's not like Diddy knows anything about manufacturing vodka. You know what I mean? Like, George Clooney actually went down there and did some work, Like, the two of you guys are not even in the same fucking lane. You're not even in the same fucking lane. Not even close. And once again, Reposado is one of those things where it's like either it's really good or it's like, like I'm choking, It can be a pretty harsh alcohol. And that De Leon Reposado shit was some rubbing alcohol, honey. It didn't mix well with anything. It just wasn't a good product. So to turn around and then accuse Diageo of racism because they bought a product is stupid. It's stupid. It's jealous. And then to kind of, I remember the pictures that were accompanying the, Diddy, da-da-da-da, standing up for the black people, whatever the fuck, like as if he's ever stood up for any black people. Like, come on, dude, you stole all the publishing and masters from basically almost 75% of hip hop's greatest artists. You stole everything from them, black people, your own people. And then you want to accuse someone else of racism. Did you do any research into who the major shareholders of Diageo are? Honey, it's BlackRock Investments, or the BlackRock Capital Group. Okay? They build artillery and bombs for wars and shit. Like, what were you thinking? What the fuck were you thinking? What the fuck were you thinking? And now you don't own. Now you don't own Ciroc anymore. You don't own anything now. Now you have nothing. That was a dumb move. That was a really, really, really stupid move. And in my heart of hearts, because it's been a public and a private secret for a very long time that Diddy, you've been pretty much allowed. I wouldn't give you the credit of being this tough kind of, gangster person that you think you are. No. I think all authorities, Secret Service, CIA, whoever, everyone knows all of the things that you've done. You were being allowed to do those things for some time. So I hope you don't still feel like this, big gangster or whatever, because you're not. They could have thrown you in jail. There's plenty of times they could have thrown you in jail. And you didn't play chess there. You played checkers. Cassie was never going to tell that story, file that lawsuit, for fear of retaliation against her or her family. And this is just my conspiracy. I believe that Diageo definitely were like, you know what, Cassie, tell your story. Here's some money. We're going to give you some protection. Tell your story. Because the way that just came out and just was like, wow, like, you know, so explicit and all that shit. Nah. And trust me, like, they've got the money to unravel all of it. Because that's not even the tip of the iceberg. I'm from Harlem. Everybody who knows that is not even the tip of the fucking iceberg. It might really be over for Diddy in a way that is very scary. Well, I mean, I guess not scary. It truly be what you deserve. But that's another instance of when, like, you know, trying to use the race card goes terribly, terribly fucking wrong. And then, Mr. Kanye West. Damn it. God damn it. I have to say that one was the most embarrassing. Because, you know, Kanye has made it a point, publicly and privately, to, through his behaviors, let his black colleagues, black artists, black peers know that he doesn't value them, and or he thinks he can get away with, you know, making people work and not paying them or stealing ideas, because, you know, in his mind he just assumes, oh, this is just like a poor black artist from wherever, like, they don't have the money to go to court with me, so I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, and I'm gonna go kiss Trump's ass and call a black woman in the audience Sister Soldier, and you know, call George Floyd's wife ugly and shit like that. But then when you misstep, and another thing, like, I don't know, Kanye's behavior is like really bizarre. I'm not all the way convinced that this is, and you know, it's a symptom of some mental disorder he has. I believe that Kanye might still be struggling with a bit of opioid addiction, or, you know, just like the withdrawal addiction, whatever it is. And I think he might be like suffering in private, because the behavior is just, it makes no sense. It made no sense. It made no sense. And the Jew thing, it just all was just a whole bunch of just kind of like confused. It was confusing. But in that moment, this billionaire who doesn't support, you know, young black talented artist doesn't come through on his promises for that, expected every black person to support him and rally behind him in this like exhausting, fruitless battle simply because he's black and we are black. Huh? Nigga. Black people got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? We got shit to do. We got jobs. We got kids to take care of. We don't have time to be fucking like fighting a social justice war over some fucking sneakers. No, you don't deserve any support from any black people because you're stupid for even assuming that you do deserve it. But yeah, you definitely told us that slavery was a choice. If you cut back to maybe like 12 years ago, there's like some interview, or yeah, this isn't the first time that Kanye has, tried to go out on a limb and express his feelings about, the Jewish entertainment power circle or whatever the fuck. Like this isn't the first time he said it, and this also isn't the first time we've heard you complain about a bad contract. So at what point do you put down Mein Kampf and pick up your contract and read your contract? Sounds like slavery is a fucking choice. Huh. I guess you're right. I guess you're right, Kanye. All in all, I'm just gonna end this rant by saying, like, black artists up there, black glitterati up there, you guys. You guys with your like multi-million-dollar homes and security detail and good food and clothes and stuff like that. Please don't compare like a loss. Don't conflate your sore loserism with real life problems that black people who don't have money are facing on a day-to-day basis. It's offensive. It's fucking offensive. Quit it.